Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. This is your Akim and Drill Azil. I'm back with another lesson. Also want to give double honors and a salute to the men I learned this truth from. Shalom, Barakathon. Yeah, I saw this I saw this video right here today. It was published yesterday, no less than 21 hours ago. And who published this video was the title of the subscriber is called Hidden History. So this right here is a fulfillment of biblical prophecy, man. That the son of perdition is being revealed, man. So the title, it says King Charles III is related to Vlad the Impaler. I'm about to play this short clip, and then I'm gonna go into some precepts.
The Game of Thrones-like system of European monarchy throughout the centuries has meant that there are some surprising genealogical connections to be found. One such relationship is that of the British royal family and the bloodthirsty voivode of Wallachia, Vlad Tepes, otherwise known as Vlad the Impaler. The man who was a member of the real House of the Dragon, as Dracula, the son of Vlad Dracul, used extreme methods to maintain and regain power and influence in the effective vassal state of Wallachia, which is now part of Romania. During his turbulent career, he pledged allegiance to the Hungarian throne of Matthias Corvinus, son of John Hunyadi, as a brutal buffer state between the Ottoman Empire and Christendom. Corvinus ultimately betrayed Vlad and had him imprisoned in Hungary, with local legends suggesting he was once held in caves beneath Buda before being transported to Visegrad. Vlad attained his fearsome sobriquet due to his treatment of Ottoman prisoners, political opponents and those who transgressed his strict moral code, who would routinely be impaled on wooden spikes. He had thousands of people impaled and was responsible for many other gruesomely inventive ways of dispatching his enemies. But despite his reputation, Vlad was seen as a hero of Christianity in keeping the Ottomans at bay, and is still highly regarded in some quarters in Romania today. His legend continued, and he was plucked from history's dark recesses by Bram Stoker as the inspiration for the blood-sucking vampire count in his 1897 Gothic horror novel Dracula. So how is the medieval butcher and muse of Stoker related to the newly elevated King Charles III? Well, Vlad Tepes is technically Charles's great-grandfather, 16 times removed, through Queen Mary of Teck, consort of George V. The new king has close ties to Romania in the recent past too. In 2015 he set up the Prince's Trust Romania, dedicated to the preservation of heritage. On a visit to Romania when he was still the Prince of Wales, Charles even joked about the connection to Vlad, saying, "You could say I have a stake in this country." That's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly subscribe. And you can also support the channel on Subscribestar, link in the description. Thanks.
Okay, so right there, it's a brief illustration, and connection to, the so-called King Charles III, right? And his relations to Vlad the Impaler. He said, if I'm mistaken, he said he's his great grandfather, So I'm gonna look at some comments made by some individuals here. Right here it says, this lady right here, Monica Collins, said Charles measures up to no warrior in his lineage. Okay. Then there's another guy right here, person, Heather Stargazer, says there does seem to be a visible resemblance. So she sees the resemblance. And this guy right here, it says observer of the Sabbath. And it says 0 minutes and 45 seconds in, left hand satanic double cross. Right hand sword of truth. So I'm gonna go back to right here. It says left hand satanic double cross. and see if we can get something in regards to that. So yeah, I'm right here about 39 seconds in, and in the left hand there's an object, and what this appears to be Vlad the Impaler hand, and the sword in his right hand. So we're gonna go do some research on this object right here to see, what's the history behind or the symbolic meaning behind this object, symbol, etc. Okay, I pulled this up right here in this fandom, um, symbolism.fandom.com. So this is talking about, it says uh, Leviathan, the Leviathan cross. And here's an image. So that looks like Salaki, right there in the left.
As a brutal buffer state between the Ottoman Empire and...
Okay. So that looks like Salaki, the similar image, almost the exact same image as the image in the left hand. So let's go back to this. Okay, we're looking at this image again right here. And let's read it. At the bottom it says, the Leviathan cross is sometimes refers to, so like, let me repeat it again. The Leviathan cross is sometimes referred to the cross of Satan, which means the Satan's cross. Depicted on the bottom is an infinity sign, and above is a double cross. The double cross symbolizes protection and balance between persons. The infinity sign underlines the constant and infinite nature and most likely symbolize the eternal universe. This may have been used by Atan LaVey in the Satanic Bible as a mockery of the cross, to show that humans are their own centrum of balance and truth. This is what the ideology of Atan LaVey and the founders of the Church of Satan believe, and this is what this symbol represents in this association. So that's what this symbol represents, man. Is anti-Mashiach. So this image is like,
as a brutal buffer state between the Ottoman Empire and Christendom.
This image right here clearly depicts this individual holding up that sign in relation to a satanic ritual. Double cross. You see it for yourself. And again, this says it's the Leviathan cross. So let's get some precepts and Salakia, and see what in reference, who actually these people are, and let the Bible speak for itself. Also a reflection of history. So that was a small history piece on Charles III, his lineage, which is his ancestry that goes back to this individual called Vlad the Impaler. And let's go to the book of Isaiah 27. And I'm going to start at verse 1. And that day the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, with his sore and great and strong sword, shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. So it said that Vlad the Impaler, his name, he's Leviathan. And if you go back where it says the Leviathan cross, right? So this is what they represent. And this is what Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah is going to do to um, the Edomites, which are the self-proclaimed white people. And it says right here, the Leviathan cross. So we know we putting two and two together, man. Is sometimes referred to the cross of Satan. So we already know who Satan is, man. Satan simply means adversary. So right here, adversary, anti-Mashiach, man. So right here, in this case, Esau is anti-Mashiach, which he is Satan. It says, in that day the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent. Who is that, man? Right there. Leviathan. Vlad the Impaler. Reference to this so-called current King Charles, man, and the nation of Edom, man. You know, it's their lineage. That's what just like that the commentator stated that there's no you know what was that honor, if I am mistaken, to or heroic, you know, to King Charles lineage, man. You know, so this is the lineage of Esau Edom, man, the self-proclaimed white man. Isaiah 27:1. In that day the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea. The sea represents the people, man. You know, the dragon. We already know who the dragon is, man. It goes back to Salakia. Goes back to the book of Revelations, man. Let's go. Matter of fact, let's get that. The book of Revelations, chapter 20, and verse 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is called devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years. So right there lets you know, man. And matter of fact, let's go into it. What this word Satan means.
Strong's G 4567, Satanas. Satanas.
Satanas.
Thayer's Lexicon, Satan. Satan.
Satanas or Satan. And it says right here, outline of biblical usage, adversary, one who opposes another in purpose or act, the name given to. The prince of evil spirits. So, you know, it's pretty much is the adversary, man. That's who Esau Edom is. That's what Satan means, adversary. And in this case, anti-Mashiach. He's the adversary of children of Israel. And more importantly, he's the adversary of the Most High, man. You know. So, let's slack here. So, we'll pretty much explain that. And I think there was one other thing I want to connect. Slack here. Let's go to who Vlad the Impaler. Let's go to some of the history behind him. This is National Geographic, the source. National Geographic, and this is history. So this is not an opinion. This is not slander. This is not what you want to call a conspiracy theory. We going into the history, man. It says Vlad the Impaler's thirst for blood was an impre- so like it was an inspiration for Count Dracula. So like I can get it out. Repeat that again. Vlad the Impaler's thirst for blood was an inspiration for Count Dracula. The ruthless brutality of Vlad the Third, uh, Wall, Walla Sika, what it's like it, Walla Chica. I may be saying it wrong. Walla Sika. I may be saying it wrong. Maybe pronounced it wrong. Forged by the 15th century clash between the Kingdom of Hungary and the Ottoman Empire, would partly inspire Bram Stoker, Bram Stoker's classic vampire novel centuries later. And it says Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Lord of the Undead, was um, mystical. No, it's like it. Dracula, Prince of Darkness, Lord of the Dead. This mystical character leaped onto the pages from the fevered imagination of Irish writer Bram Stoker, Slovakia, in 1897. But the historical figure who shares a name with the literary icon was no less fearsome. Vlad the Third Dracula was the voy, I mean, Slovakia, voivode, voivode, a prince-like military leader. Um, Wala Walasika, Walasika, I may be pronouncing it wrong, a principality that joined with Moldavia in 1859 to form Romania, on and off between 1448 and 1476. Also known as Vlad III, Vlad Dracula, son of the dragon. Repeat that again. Also known as Vlad III, Vlad Dracula, son of the dragon. Okay, let's go back to the book of Revelations. The book of Revelations, chapter 20. We can go to verse 2 again. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, man. So it's evident who the scriptures is referring to, man. You know, and this passage right, this is a history right here. It says again, it says known as Vlad the Third, Vlad Dracula, son of the dragon, man. Can't get no clearer than that, man. And most famously, Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Tepes of Romanian, he was a brutal, sadistic leader famous for torturing his foes. By some estimates, he is responsible for the deaths of more than 80,000 people in his lifetime, a large percentage of them by impalement. So this is what this guy did, man. You know what I'm saying? He says he's a brutal, sadistic leader, man. Son of the dragon, man. You know, anything else I need to read? Nope. Not gonna go too much in it, but right there, it sums it up right here, man. You know, and I'm gonna go to select it, see if there's anything else. I need to get from this. Oh yeah, let's read on. It says Vlad the Third cruelly was real, but his reputation was a villain. I mean, it's like it as a villain spread through the 15th century Europe, thanks to this printing press, whose rise con- coincided with his reign. It's like it coincided with his reign. Coincided with his reign. It's like it propaganda. It's like it propaganda. Propagandist pamphlets, like propaganda. Proper propagandist pamphlets written by this enemies. It's like it written by his enemies became bestsellers. Centuries later, the sinister reputation of Vlad the Impaler took on a new life when Stoker came across the name Dracula in an old history book, learned that it could also mean devil. So it says that the name Dracula, he learned that it also means devil, man. Let's go back. The book of Revelation 20 and 3 again. And cast him into the bottomless pit. Salaki, let's go to 2, Salaki. Revelation 20 and 2. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, man. Who's that, man? It says it right here. Let me repeat that. Centuries later, the sinister reputation of Vlad the Impaler took on new life when Stoker came across the name Dracula in an old history book, learned that it could also mean devil, and Wallachika and gave the name to his fictional vampire. Yet today, Vlad III is something of a national hero in Romania, where he is remembered for defending his people from foreign invasion, whether Turkish soldiers or German merchants. And yeah, let's read right here. It says family history. Vlad III, the second of four brothers, was likely born in 1431 in Transylvania, a craggy, verdant part of past. This is like a verdant part of present-day Romania. Let's go into this word here, craggy.
Craggy.
Craggy. Okay. And it says right here, of a landscape having many crags. Let's go to the bottom of that. It says, of a cleft or rock face, rough and uneven. So of a cleft or cliff or rock face. That gives me. Let's go to a precept right here. Let's go to the book of Job, chapter 30. Let's go to verse 6. It's lucky. Let's go. Let's start at 3. Matter of fact, let's start at 1. It says, but now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yea, whereto, Salakia, where, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. So who is that talking about, man? Right here it says craggy, of a cliff or rock face, rough, uneven, man. It's like right here. It says this is the family history of Vlad the Impaler. Let's read that again. Vlad III, the second of four brothers, was likely born in 1431 in Transylvania, a craggy, verdant part of present-day Romania. And it says what? Craggy. Wait, let's read that again. Right here.
Craggy.
Of a cliff or rock face, rough and uneven, man. And we just read in the book of Job, man, chapter 3, it's like the book of Job, chapter 30, verse 6, it says, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. This is like their habitat, man. They dwell in those type of terrains, man. Clefts of rocks, mountain regions, things of that nature, man. This is character traits, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to put two and two together, man. Who are these people, man? You know. So yeah, let's continue reading. Verdant parts. Verdant. That's what you look at that word verdant. Let's look at that word verdant.
Verdant.
It says a countryside green and grass of other rich vegetations. And it says, what does verdant mean in the Bible? Unripe in knowledge or judgment, unsophisticated, raw, green. So unripe in knowledge or judgment, unsophisticated. As a verdant youth, raw, green. Okay. So let's continue on. Verdant parts of present-day Romania. It officially became the part of that country in 1947. His mother was Princess. I'm not gonna read that, man. Let me see. I don't think that's. Oh yeah, I do. His mother was Princess. Is it Najna or Moldavia or Moldavia? His father, Vlad II, was an illegitimate son of Wallachian noble who spent his youth at the courts of Sigismund of Luxembourg, king of Hungary, and future Holy Roman Emperor. Repeat that again. And future Holy Roman Emperor, man. Future Roman. Holy Roman Emperor. On to, a Holy Roman Emperor. And they pretty much says, you know, it goes back to, Christianity and things of that nature. But I want to go a little bit deeper, man. Where it says Holy Roman, even though if you put the E there, it says Rome, but Roman Emperor. And it says the word holy, going back to, some type of divinity, you know. So let's go to Salakia. Should I get another precept? Salakia. Yep. Let's go to the Torah, man. I want to connect, this generation to, the Edomites. It says the Torah.com. Esau, the ancestors of Rome. In the Bible, Esau is the ancestor of the Edomites who lived on Mount Seir, southwest of Judah. So how did the rabbis come to associate Esau and Edom with Rome? Two main factors are at work here: Christianity and Herod. I'm still like it. Herod. So you go back to this right here. So it's like
Watch yoga videos ad-free and practice uninterrupted. Try our student plan.
it's like it for the commercial.
The Game of Thrones-like system of European monarchy throughout the centuries has meant that there are some surprising genealogical connections to be found. One such relationship is that of the British royal family and the bloodthirsty voivode of Wallachia, Vlad Tepes, otherwise known as Vlad the Impaler. The man who was a member of the real House of the Dragon, as Dracula, the son of Vlad Dracul, used extreme methods to maintain and regain power and influence in the effective vassal state of Wallachia, which is now part of Romania. During his turbulent career, he pledged allegiance to the Hungarian throne of Matthias Corvinus, son of John Hunyadi, as a brutal buffer state between the Ottoman Empire and Christendom. Corvinus ultimately betrayed Vlad and had him imprisoned in Hungary, with local legends suggesting he was once held in caves beneath Buda before being transported to Visegrad. Vlad attained his fearsome sobriquet due to his treatment of Ottoman prisoners, political opponents, and those who transgressed his strict moral code, who would routinely be impaled on wooden spikes. He had thousands of people impaled and was responsible for many other gruesomely inventive ways of dispatching his enemies. But despite his reputation, Vlad was seen as a hero of Christianity in keeping the Ottomans at bay.
See right there, he said he was seen as a hero of Christianity. So that's why I want to. All this stuff ties in together, man. Hero of Christianity. Let's go back. Right here. Esau, the ancestor of Rome. And it says in the Bible, Esau is the ancestor of the Edomites who lived on Mount Seir, southwest of Judah. So how did the rabbis come to associate Esau and Edom with Rome? Two main factors are at work here: Christianity and Herod. So I'm not going to read all this because it's kind of lengthy. I'm just going to get to the main points. Let's see. I mean, you can read it yourself. Some of this stuff is spot on. Then some of it is fiction, man. I mean, it's not read right. Some of it's going off. let's go here, right here. It says, Herdian king of Edom, Salakia. Salakia, I mean Hadrian, king of Edom. And it says right here, it says, after Hadrian, king of Edom, conquered the world, he returned to Rome and said to his officers, I want you to make me a god, since I have conquered the world. They said to him, but you have not yet established your rule over his God's city and his house. He went, succeeded, destroyed the temple, exiled Israel, and returned to Rome. He said to them, I have now destroyed his house and burned his temple and exiled his people. So that's what they did, man. I think 70 AD, the Romans went, you know, and they, it's like it, they, you know, what you want to say, they surrounded, you know, the kingdom of Israel, took the Holy Grail, and you know, burnt down the temple, man. Solomon's temple, man. You know, the temple that King Solomon built to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. So this is true history. And then let's read that right here, right. Let me read it again. It says right here, after Hadrian, Salakia, Hadrian, king of Edom, conquered the world, and that's going into the book of Job 9 to 24. Let's get that. It's the book of Job, chapter 9 to 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You know, matter of fact, let's go to another. Let's go to Malachi, Salaki. Malachi 1 and 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts. So like, let's repeat that again. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, have indignation forever, man. So we see who the wicked is, man. Now let's go back to Job 9 to 24, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where who is he? So that's when this devil, you know, destroyed the temple, took the Holy Grail, you know, was loosed a little season. You know, the devil, he was loose to deceive the people. And, you know, he came back during the Renaissance era through iconoclasm and pretty much, you know, painted the likeness of his image over the, you know, the Messiah, the Holy Father, and the prophets, man. You know, this is what this is going into, man. That's that devil, man, the wicked, man, the Bible speaks of. So it says right here, after Hadrian, king of Edom, conquered the world, he returned to Rome and said to his officers, I want you to make me a god. So that's what he did, man. You know, during that time, you know, he want to be what? Made into an image as a god. I want you to make me a god, since I have conquered the world. Pursuant to Job 9:24, the world was given into the hand of the wicked, man. We know what the wicked is. We just covered that. Malachi 1, verse 4, man. Edom, man. They said to him, but you have not yet established your rule over his God, Yahweh's city, Jerusalem, and his house, man. The house of David, man. He went, succeeded, destroyed the temple of Solomon, exiled Israel, and returned to Rome. He said to them, I have now destroyed his house and burned his temple and exiled his people. So that's what the Esau did, man. The self-proclaimed white people, white man. That's what he did. So let's go to right here. It says Herod and the origins of the Edom-Rome connection. And let's go to this one right here. Herod as Rome, despite his official status as a Jewish descendant of converts for the rabbis, Herod Salakia was not a Jew, but an archetypal archetypal Roman who occupied Jewish land, imposed his views upon the populace by force, and ruthlessly killed his enemies, man. So this dude, Herod, he converted to Judaism, man. He took on the customs of the original Jews, were the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. But actually, during that time, it was the Southern Kingdom that was there during that time, and that's what he did, man. He converted to Judaism. Let's get some more key points. This one right here. It says the rabbi's knowledge of Herod's Idumean ancestry made it natural to connect this Roman. You see the word right there, right? Roman, the same as Vladimir, or the Impaler right here. It's like it. But you see it right there. Roman ruler. The rabbi's knowledge of Herod's Idumean ancestry made it natural to connect this Roman ruler, and by extension, Romans in general, with the people of Edom. And since Rome was the great power in the region throughout the rabbinic period, and the Romans destroyed the temple and the populite, I mean, pop, Salakia. I'm pronouncing that wrong. I can say it, but it's not coming out.
Polity.
Yeah, polity, a form or process of civil government or constitution. Destroyed the temple and the polity of Judea. It was natural to apply the us-them narrative of Esau and Jacob to the us-them reality of Rome and the Jews. But you see right here, it says Roman ruler, man. And let's go back to right here, Vlad the Impaler, man. And it says right here, his mother was Prince Princess, I may be pronouncing her name wrong too, Najna of Moldavia. His father, Vlad II, was an illegitimate son of a Wallachian noble who spent his youth at the courts of Sigismund, Sigismund of Luxembourg, king of Hungary, the future Holy Roman Emperor, man. So you see the ties, man, the connections, man. See, these are the same people, man. The same lineage, the same people, man. Let's read that again. The rabbi's knowledge of Heber's Idumean ancestry made it natural to connect this Roman ruler, future Roman. Let's repeat that again. What it said, future Holy Roman Emperor, man. So, right there. Made it natural to connect this Roman ruler and, by extension, Romans in general, with the people of Edom. And since Rome was the great power in the region throughout the rabbinic period, and the Romans destroyed the temple and the populate, I was still pronouncing that word wrong, populate of Judea, it was natural to apply the us-them narrative of Esau and Jacob to the us-them reality of Rome and the Jews, man. So that's the connection, man. The so-called Rome's that you see, the people that you see in Rome today, the Edomites that took over the world and took over that portion of Europe, that went in out of Mount Seir and went into the parts of the world that's called Europe today and conquered them are the same people, man. The Idumeans, the Romans, man. Edom, man. These are the same people, and this is history, man. So let's go into some precepts. Salakia. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 6. It said, now let's jump to 5. It said, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. And what it says in Malachi 1 and 4, man, the people that Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai has indignation forever, man. So Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai's sword, which is this destruction, this destruction of this queendom of Esau Edom is going to be destroyed, man. Let's read the New Living Translation. And when my sword was finished its work in the heavens, it will fall upon Edom, the nation I have marked for destruction, man. So that's what's coming to Esau Edom's nation, man, which is Babylon the Great, aka America, man. This place is going to be destroyed, man. Let's continue on. Verse 6. The sword of the Lord is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai has a sacrifice in Basra. and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea, man. Basra was the capital of Mount Seir, man, which, the place where Esau dwelled. That was his portion that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai gave that nation of people, which is the self-proclaimed white people, man. And the lambs, goats, the kidneys, fats of the ram, etc. The fats of the kidneys of the ram are these sacrifices, which are these other spirits that's going to be destroyed here in Babylon the Great, man. That's an example of the sacrifices that's going to be destroyed here. You're going to be given up for a living sacrifice, man. That's what's going to happen, man. Here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Let's read another. Let's go to the book of Ezekiel, 35, verse like it. This is start at 14. This is the book of Ezekiel 35 and 14. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, when the whole world rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate, as thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate. So will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir, and will in all Idumea, even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Let's read a New Living Translation. Book of Ezekiel 35 and 15. You rejoiced at the desolation of Israel territory. Now I will rejoice at yours. You will be wiped out, you people of Mount Seir, and all who live in Edom. Then you will know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. That's what's going to happen to this place, Babylon the Great, aka America, man. And the Edomites, man, they're going to be destroyed, man, after their 1,000 year of bondage, man, hardcore bondage. Esau, Edom, which is Idumea, land of the Edomites, nation of Edomites, is going to be destroyed, man. That's what's coming to this place, man. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. So let's get this again, man. Let's read right here, the Torah.com. And it says, the rabbi's knowledge of Herod's Idumean ancestry made it natural to connect this Roman ruler and by extension Romans in general with the people of Edom. And let's go back up where it says, what is guy? Hadrian, if I'm saying his name right here. It said, after Hadrian, king of Edom, conquered the world, he returned to Rome and said to his officer, I want you to make me a god, since I have conquered the world. They said to him, but you have not yet established your rule over his, Yahweh's city, Jerusalem, and his house of David, man. He went, succeeded, destroyed the temple, exiled Israel, and returned to Rome. He said to them, I have now destroyed his house, meaning he destroyed the house of the Most High, man. He's anti-Mashiach, man. And burned his temple and exiled his people, man. And they rejoiced at that, man. When they went destroyed the temple that King Solomon dedicated to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, took um, the Holy Grail, and like you said, exiled the people, man. They rejoiced at that, man. So that, going back to the book of Ezekiel, so like Ezekiel 35 and 15, let's read the New Living Translation. You rejoice at the desolation of Israel's territory. Now I will rejoice at yours. You will be wiped out, you people of Mount Seir, and all who live in Edom. Then you will know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Then these people want to know who the Lord is, man. You know, right now, they're still in their rulership. So they feel like, nothing is going to happen to them, man. But we see it. We see the times, man. We're measuring the times diligently, man. We see what's going on, man. With this queendom, this place is deteriorating, man. It's being is the harvest is ripe, man. The harvest is ripe for destruction, man. And let's get and it's like, and I'm gonna play that clip again, man.
Despite his reputation, Vlad was seen as a hero of Christianity in keeping the Ottomans at bay and is still highly regarded in some quarters in Romania today. His legend continued, and he was plucked from history's dark recesses by Bram Stoker as the inspiration for the blood-sucking vampire count in his 1897 Gothic horror novel Dracula. So how is the medieval butcher and muse of Stoker related to the newly elevated King Charles III? Well, Vlad Tepes is technically Charles's great-grandfather 16 times removed through Queen Mary of Teck, consort of George V. The new king has close ties to Romania in the recent past too. In 2015 he set up the Prince's Trust Romania, dedicated to the preservation of heritage. On a visit to Romania when he was still the Prince of Wales, Charles even joked about the connection to Vlad, saying, "You could say I have a stake in this country." That's it for this video. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. And you can also support the channel.
So that right there, man, pretty much gives clarity on these individuals that try to say that Esau is done away with. Esau is still here, man. And Esau is the self-proclaimed white people, man. They're still here. They have a future prophecy to be fulfilled, man, which is the destruction of their kingdom, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24. And Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, is coming to what? Take his rightfully claim to rule, man. That would be what? And under Yahweh Shai would be the house of David, with King David in rulership and the 144,000 chosen men, So that's the real rulership kingdom that's coming to earth, man. So I hope this lesson was edifying to the body and gave clarity to who Esau Edom is, and the connection with this current guy, King Charles III, his connection to Vlad the Impaler, and their connections to the Idumeans, man. So this is a lineage, just like the commentary says right here. This lady right here. Let's go to her. Right here, Heather Stargazer. Salakia. Not Heather Stargazer, but Monica Collins. Charles measures up to no warrior in his lineage. So this is the lineage of the Edomites, man. And then this one right here, Heather Stargazer, there does seem to be a visible resemblance. So you can see the resemblance of these devils, man. And they're still here, man. So that right there pretty much eliminates that argument of Esau, Edom being done away with, man. You know what I'm saying? And most of that comes 9 times out of 10, for the most part, comes from the Edomites, self-proclaimed white people. They will say that Esau and the nation of Edom has been done away with, man. But this right here, the video gives clarity and lets you know that Esau, Edom is still here. So I'm going to end it there. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem and Kakadash. This is your Akim Drill Zeal, Lord willing. I'll be back to do a lesson. Also want to give double honors and salute to the men I learned this truth from. Shalom, Barakatham, and a Ball. Shalom.